Friends, I am Dr. Sujit Ghosh. Welcome to my channel, Dr. Ghosh Presents. Signs, symptoms and uses of Homeo-Remedy, Kali-Iode. Full name, Kalium Iodatum. Short name, Kali-Iode. Common name, Potassium Iodide. Source, compound, chemical word. Generalities. An antisyphilitic remedy acts on fibrous and connective tissue producing infiltration, oedema, glands are swollen, atrophied. Exostosis. Exostosis means extra growth on the skin. Swelling of bone, rickets, purpura. Purpura, bleeding under the skin. Haemorrhagic diathesis and as also syphilitic diathesis. Relation with heat and cold, very hot patient. Temperament, irritable and depressed. Miasm, Syphilis, Psora. Diathesis, syphilitic. On the right hand side, this image is a mother substance of Kali-Iode, from which potency medicine are prepared. Mental journals of Kali-Iode, irritable and irascible, especially to own children and his family or her family. Harsh tempered and cruel, despondent, cannot think, nervous, must walk about to get relief. Talkative, apt to jest. Physical journals of Kali-Iode, glands either swollen or atrophied. Swelling of bone, ricket, purpura, haemorrhagic diathesis. Purpura, it is a fine hemorrhage, pinned up hemorrhage beneath the skin. This is called purpura. Diversity of lesion, diversity of aggravations, gouty, rheumatic and syphilitic diathesis, stubborn conicity, discharges copious, watery, acrid, salty, thick, greenish or foul, diffuse soreness after pains, pains long after injury, weakness, emaciations, arteriosclerosis. Arteriosclerosis is a actually pathological phenomena occurring within artery, whereby the artery walls became stiff and thick, giving rise to high pressure, sometimes bleeding or fracture of that particular place. Contraction of muscles and tendons, chronic arthritis, spurious ankylosis, actinomycosis. Actinomycosis is a special type of thing. I have given a note here. Actinomycosis is a bacterial infection causing pus-filled areas surrounded by bumpy tissues. Actinomycosis. Coldness in painful parts in bones. Fungoid disease. Fungoid disease, I have given a picture here. This is a fungoid disease. This picture is a fungoid disease. Dropsy from pressure from swollen glands. Dropsy, edema also called, generalized edema is called dropsy. General modalities of Kali-Iode worse from heat, pressure, touch, night, damp, changing weather, jarring, cold foods, especially milk, sunset to sunrise. Better from open air, cool air and motion. This is general modalities, that is general situation or thing from which the case, any case under this Kali-Iode may get worsened or may go better. These are the various situations. Head symptoms of Kali-Iode, vertigo in the dark, worse from railway traveling, violent headache as if screwed through sides of head, worse from pressure and warmth, hard painful lump on cranium with headache, pain in scalp on scratching as if ulcerated, big heads and small jaws, rickets. In case of rickets, you will find that the head of the child is big and jaws are small. Brain feels enlarged, hair changes color and fall off. Bilateral headache, scalp fissured and sore, tender spot on head. Eye symptoms of Kali-Iode, puffy, burning, watery, conjunctiva, red. Syphilitic iritis. The picture of syphilitic iritis has been given. Constant oscillations of the eyeball, winking painful. Chemosis. Chemosis actually swelling of the eye. Swelling. It is not simple irritation, inflammation. It is swelling, not the chemosis. This is the eye chemosis. The whole eye is swollen and full of water. Puffy, burning, watery, conjunctiva, red, syphilitic iritis, Constant oscillation, it is already done. Chemosis, edema around. Edema naturally. Edema, there will be edema around. Edema means swelling of the tissues. Edema around lower eyelids twitch. Ear symptoms of Kalium. Tinnitus. You know, tinnitus means various abnormal sounds in the ear. It's called tinnitus. Boring pain in the ear, deafness. Face symptoms of Kalium, neuralgia, light pain in zygomy, and glutinous mucus on lips in AM. Nose symptoms of Kalium, red, swollen, coryza, descending, profuse. Descending means coryza descending, that is from above downwards. The coryza move from above downward. First it is erect on nose, then it goes to throat, then it goes to lung or air tube, lung. This is called descending coryza. Profuse, hot, acrid, watery discharge. Worse in cool air with salivation and dyspnea. Tightness in the root of the nose. Oedema with perforated septum. Oedema, you know, oedema is a very destructive disease and it is purely syphilitic disease. And this medicine is antisyphilitic, so naturally it will cover oedema. The disease oedema is a very painful, and should I call this is a disease that everyone will be afraid of. The person who is suffering from oedema, none can tolerate him. Such disgusting smell comes out from the destruction of nose nasal bones, that is oedema. In ancient days, when there are many oedema patients, there are hospitals for oedema, special hospitals, and that hospitals was far off from the residence of people. Oedema with perforated septum, cool, greenish, irritating discharge from nose, burning and throbbing in nose, and sinuses. Now sinus, we very often listen this word. I have got sinus, I have got sinus. Every one of us has got sinus. Everyone has got sinus. What he wants to say, he is suffering from sinusitis. That is inflammation of the sinuses. Now this is the picture where sinus has been shown here. We have got actually 6 sinuses. 2 frontal sinus just above the eyes, 2 maxillary sinus just above our zygomatic bone, and 2 ethmoidal sinus just behind the nose. These 3 pairs of sinuses are there. These are actually void space in the skull bone, and it is covered with mucous membrane, so there may be inflammation, and that inflammation is called sinusitis, which usually ordinary person calls I have got sinus. Violent sneezing, take cold during every damp day. Face symptom of Kalium, neuralgia, tight pain, zygomy. Zygomy means actually bone of jaw. Glutinous mucus on lips of AM. On lips, AM. Glutinous mucus, some glary mucus. Mouth symptom, nagging toothache as if a worm were digging in. Taste bitter. On waking, salty. Salivation, bloody saliva with sweetish or disgusting taste in mouth. Severe pain at the root of the tongue at night. Ulcers in mouth, looking as if coated with milk. Throat symptoms of Kalium. Sore of speaker, goiter, sensitive to contact. Goiter, this is goiter. Sensitive to contact, that is one cannot touch this throat. Dry, tonsils enlarged. These tonsils, they are enlarged but dry. This is not full of water or other no saliva, but much salivation is there. Dry type tonsils. Stomach symptom, cold foods and drinks, especially cold milk, worsens. Much thirst, sensation as if water brush is occurring, throbbing, painful burning. Aversion to all foods, to broth also. Abdomen symptom, flatulence with air hunger, squeaking or clucking noise in abdomen, diarrhea with pain in lumbar region, as if broken or as if menses would appear. Early morning diarrhea of phthisis. Phthisis actually tuberculosis. In tuberculosis, there is early morning diarrhea. That is a very characteristic of that particular disease, phthisis. particularly abdominal thysis. Stool frequent anal fissure in infants. Urinary symptom of Kaliayoid, frequent urination of copious clear urine, worse before menses or at night. Male symptom of Kaliayoid, atrophy of testicles, chronic gonorrhea, discharge of thick green, excoriation by least friction. Female symptom of Kaliayoid, during menses uterus feels as if squeezed, leukorrhea corrosive like meat washing, atrophy of mammary, menses late and profuse. Respiratory symptoms of Kaliayoid. Larynx feels raw, air hunger with flatulency in AM, awake strangling, whistling, asthmatic breathing, air passage raw, dry bronchitis, frothy greenish soapsuit like expectoration. Soapsuit means actually soap foam like expectoration, pleuritic effusion, pneumonia, chest pain, go backwards, pain from sternum to back. Heart symptoms of Kaliayoid, palpitations and darting pains worse when walking and aneurysm. Neck and back pains of Kaliayoid, small of the back as if in a vice, bruised pain, lumbar region, worse sitting bent, pain in coccyx as from a fall. Exhibit symptoms of Kaliayoid, pain in hips, forcing, limping, sciatica worse lying on affected side, sitting, standing, wake space up at night, better from walking, flexing legs, rheumatism of the knee with effusion, tip of thumb ulcerate and turn yellow. Skin symptoms of Kaliayoid, acne, giant urticaria, small boils leaving scars, rough nodules all over. On the right hand side, the two pictures have been shown. One is about pleurisy. This is pleural effusion. Water has been accumulated within the pleural sac. And this is rheumatic knee with effusion. Knee with effusion. Here, effusion all means all water accumulation is there in the knee joint as a rheumatism. This is not, this is pleurisy, tubercular infection. This is rheumatic infection. That's why there is effusion also. Sleep symptom of Kaliayoid, weeps loudly during sleep but unconscious of it. Fever symptom of Kaliayoid, chilly in bones, in painful parts, heat in evening, uncovers then chilly, alternate heat and chill, heat with sardus, hot and dry then drenching sweat, profuse night sweats which gives better feeling. Related medicines are iodium, sulfur and syphilinum.